Hello and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host, and I'm truly excited to have you with me today for a very important and relatable topic: overthinking while speaking English. If you're someone who often finds yourself hesitating, translating every word in your head, or worrying about making mistakes before you even start speaking, then you're definitely not alone. And this episode is especially for you. Today, we're going to explore a powerful mindset that can help you break free from these common struggles. Think less, speak more. This simple idea can make a huge difference in your English learning journey, helping you speak more naturally, confidently, and fluently. Overthinking is something that almost every English learner experiences at some point. You might pause too much because you're trying to get your grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation perfect all at once. You might find yourself stuck, unable to say anything, because you're so focused on not making mistakes. It's a bit like trying to drive a car while constantly checking every mirror, every sign, and every button on the dashboard. You end up moving so slowly or sometimes not moving at all. The same thing happens when you overthink while speaking English. When you focus too much on perfection, you lose your confidence and start doubting yourself. You might think, what if I say the wrong word? What if my grammar isn't perfect? What if people don't understand me? And in the end, you might choose to stay silent, missing out on valuable opportunities to practice and improve. But here's the truth. The people who become fluent in English are not the ones who wait until they're perfect. They're the ones who just start speaking, even if they make mistakes. Native speakers don't think about grammar rules or vocabulary lists while they're talking. They just let the words flow naturally. So why should you do anything different? If you've ever stayed silent because you were afraid of making a mistake, I want you to know that you're not alone. We've all been there, and it's a completely normal part of the learning process. The good news is you can train your brain to speak more naturally and confidently, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. When you stop overthinking and start speaking more, you unlock so many benefits. First, you gain confidence. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become with expressing your thoughts in English. It's just like playing a sport. If you spend all your time thinking about every move, you'll never react quickly or play well. But if you just play and trust yourself, you get better and faster with practice. The same goes for English. The more you speak, the easier it becomes to form sentences without hesitation. Another big benefit is that you start to sound more natural. Have you ever noticed that some advanced English learners still sound a bit robotic or unnatural, even though their grammar is perfect? That's often because they're still overthinking every word and sentence. When you let go of the need to be perfect, your words start to flow more smoothly, and you develop a natural speaking rhythm. Plus, speaking more helps your brain recognize patterns automatically, so you don't have to memorize every grammar rule. Think about how children learn their first language. They don't study grammar books or memorize vocabulary lists. They just talk, make mistakes, and learn from experience. That's the most natural and effective way to learn any language, including English. Now, I know that many learners still feel afraid to speak, even when they understand the benefits. So let's talk about some of the biggest fears that hold people back. The first and most common fear is, what if I make a mistake? So many learners hesitate because they're scared of using the wrong grammar or the wrong word. But here's The truth. Making mistakes is not only normal, it's necessary. Mistakes are proof that you're learning and growing. Think about how babies learn to speak. They make tons of mistakes, but nobody tells them to stop talking. They just keep trying, and eventually they get better. So instead of thinking, I can't make mistakes, try to change your mindset to, every mistake is a lesson. Another big fear is, what if people laugh at me or judge me? Many learners worry that native speakers will make fun of their accent or their mistakes. But in reality, most native speakers respect and admire people who try to speak their language. People are usually much more supportive than you think, and honestly, most people are too busy with their own lives to pay much attention to your mistakes. And even if someone does judge you, remember that their opinion doesn't define your progress or your worth as a learner. Another common fear is, what if I can't find the right words? You might feel like your vocabulary is too limited to express yourself, but you don't need fancy words to communicate. Use simple words, gestures, or synonyms to get your message across. Even native speakers forget words sometimes. They just explain things in a different way, and you can do the same. And finally, some learners worry, what if I get stuck and don't know what to say? If this happens, don't panic. Use filler phrases like, let me think, or, that's a good question. These give you a moment to organize your thoughts and keep the conversation going. So, to sum up, don't fear mistakes. Don't worry about what others think. Use simple words and have backup phrases ready. These small mindset shifts can make a big difference in your confidence and fluency. Now let's talk about how you can actually train your brain to think less and speak more. The first step is to speak without preparing too much. Many learners spend a lot of time thinking about perfect sentences before they speak. But if you want to train your brain, you need to speak first and correct later. It's like learning to ride a bike. You don't sit down and plan every movement. You just start pedaling and learn as you go. The same goes for English. Practice speaking out loud every day, even if you don't have a partner. Just talk to yourself. Describe what you're doing, talk about your day, or explain your thoughts in English. It might feel strange at first, but it really works. Another great exercise is shadowing. Listen to native speakers and repeat exactly what they say at the same time. This helps you react quickly, just like in real conversations. Put yourself in situations where you have to speak English. Join speaking groups, talk to strangers, or use voice chat in English learning apps. When you must speak, your brain adapts quickly. And one of the most important things, stop translating in your head. Many learners think in their native language first, then translate to English, but this slows you down. Instead, train your brain to think directly in English by surrounding yourself with English as much as possible. Watch English shows, read English books, and even change your phone's language to English. The more you do this, the more natural it becomes. For daily practice, try the 1-minute speaking challenge. Pick a topic and talk about it for 1 minute without stopping. If that's easy, try 2 or 3 minutes. The goal is to train your brain to keep talking, even if you make mistakes. Record yourself, listen back, and notice what you can improve. Use a mirror to build confidence. Stand in front of a mirror and have a conversation with yourself. This helps you get used to seeing yourself speak in English. Singing along to English songs or mimicking actors from movies and TV shows is another fun way to practice pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence. And make it a habit to talk to at least one person in English every day. It could be a friend, a language partner, or even a voice message in an English-speaking group. Remember, speaking more is about building a habit. If you make English a natural part of your daily routine, hesitation will slowly disappear and speaking will become easier and more enjoyable. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with some final words of motivation. Perfection is not the goal, communication is. You don't need perfect grammar or a huge vocabulary to speak English well, you just need the confidence to try. The biggest mistake learners make is waiting until they feel ready before they start speaking. But the truth is, the only way to feel ready is to start speaking now. Every mistake you make is proof that you're improving, so embrace the process and don't be afraid. Set yourself a challenge. Speak in English every single day, even if it's just for a minute. The more you do it, the easier it will become. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch English shows, listen to English podcasts, read in English, and most importantly, speak as much as you can. And here's a quick challenge for you. Right after this podcast, take 1 minute and talk about what you learned today. Just say it out loud, no writing, no thinking, just speaking. You are capable of learning English fluently. Just take it one step at a time, stay consistent, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to keep practicing. I'll see you in the next episode of the English Learning Podcast. Keep speaking, keep growing, and remember, you've got this.